supposed to be a lunch lesson, but it ended up being late. So it's still going to be a lesson though, okay? We always gonna learn something. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Cheryl Howard. I'm a life purpose coach. What I do is help people break through emotional, mental, and relationship barriers so they can propel into their purpose. You know what? I'm not willing to share my food with these bugs outside. Oh my gosh. Doesn't this look good? This is a sound. Anyway, helping people break through these barriers. And today I want to talk about how you got to get vigilant when you're trying to break through barriers so you can propel into your purpose, because they show up like ninjas. And I'm talking about they show up no matter where you are, all across the board. So if you don't learn to be intentional about living your life on purpose, and that means doing everything on purpose with a purpose, those ninjas always gonna show up when you least suspect. And a lot of it has to do with us not even addressing unmet needs that we have, unhealed trauma that we have, things that we don't face. And what I found is like a lot of old school people, it's hard for them to look back in their past, because for them comes not game, comes shame and guilt. And so it's hard to try to explain to them that you don't have to carry that that shame and guilt anymore. You don't have to even carry that. You can acknowledge if it's something you've done, acknowledge it and move on, but understand that we all fall short. We all make mistakes. A lot of times we operate as parents, as partners from a trauma place and don't even know any better. And a lot of times it's learned behavior. So now you have that understanding. You can kind of get over yourself, so to speak, and not let that hold you back. God is not holding that over your head. It's when you don't address it. That's the problem. But even the Bible talks, lets us know that we can confess our faults, that we can cast all of our cares, that we can bring them over to God. He's not holding that stuff against us in the past. But a lot of times what I find is that we hold ourselves back in our past. And so now we are captive by our past. And how do we become uncaptive? You gotta address the demons. You gotta address the trauma, right? Because if you really want to get ahead, you gotta go in intentionally. The reason why I call them like ninjas, because I'm saying they pop up, and a lot of times you're thinking they're other people, and it's like, no, it might be something within inside you that you have not dealt with yet, or that you're still hurt over. And so that pain may be a ninja. Let's talk about it. Your unmet emotional need. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Your unmet emotional need may be the thing that's popping up. You ever thought about that? That's all right, because I'm going to save this also and upload it as well. But I want to try to catch some of you too. For some of you, this is dinner time. Lunch done passed. But who wants to talk about these things? And that's one of the things I do. I can't stand to chew with food in my mouth. I don't like when other people do it and you see the food in their mouth while they're chewing. Disgusting. But how many of you would really like to dig deep into those ninjas that keeps popping up that stop you from really moving forward in life? Those unmet needs, that trauma, the effect of that trauma had and the impact the trauma had on you. Some of you don't even know that that's why you behave in a certain way. That's why you act in a certain way. You don't even know that's why you think in a certain way. It's unaddressed stuff. And in order for you to heal and be free and liberated in life and walk in confidence and in your truth, is dealing with those things. Let's deal with let's get rid of them, because they are barriers. They block you. They're like blessing blockers that pop up. And they ninjas because they can be very aggressive. And you can project all of that stuff inside of you in other people, and it show up in different places. Work, your professional environment, your relationship environment, your parental environment, your friendship dynamics, all of that. So in order for you to really heal, let's deal with that stuff. Remember, there's no shame, there's no guilt. You don't have to carry that stuff. You're actually letting it go when you deal with it. And if you did something, you're acknowledging that, you know what, I did that from a place of ignorance, not knowing any better, as a trauma response, but I'm ready to deal with it now because I want to see better. I want to do better. I want to feel better emotionally. I want to feel better psychologically. I want to be better mentally. Let's break it down. I like the old saying, what it says, about the enemy. It's kind of like letting the enemy, you having the last say. Oh, tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what it is. You tell the truth, shame the devil, because he can't hold it over your head anymore. You won this. You're more than a conqueror. And you are empowered now because you dealing with stuff, you healing with stuff, you calling it what it is. It is what it is, but you ready to move past that. If you want me to do a part 2 to this video, let me know, because we can really come back and talk about it. For real, for real. So more of you can engage with this conversation, and maybe somebody I can bring on live with me, and we can have like real hot, I don't say hot seat, but you know, I was say hot seat coaching. I'm trying to see why this police is over here. I'm outside here. But we can deal with some stuff right on the spot. Hot seat in the sense because you're on spot, whatever. But again, this is a safe space. This is a safe emotional space for you to get these things out. Because maybe you have something that's going to help somebody else, or you're going to deal with something that you're dealing with something that somebody else is dealing with. And they are going to be helped because you're getting help. Help people, help people. Let's do that. Instead of the hurt people, which is true. Let's help people, help people. Help me, help you. Okay? So I'm going to come back because this is not the most, I got to talk kind of low, and I don't even know if you can hear me. I'll talk to you again. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to show up, be healed, overcome, and break through some barriers. Bye.